Now in this video we're going to look at the surface area using the concept of nets, and it works for prisms. Now remember, a prism is a shape that has the same cross-sectional area running all the way through it. And for this example I'm using a cuboid. Okay, but of course it can be used for any prism you like, even like a cylinder and stuff like that. So, and of course you can get one of these at home, find something, a box like this. This is, I think, I don't know, a beauty product box or something that I've managed to find. I have to be very careful I'm doing it. And of course, with all of these, they have extra bits to help you glue down. So you can use any prism you like. In fact, a cylinder is a really interesting one. But here we go, this is the nets. Now, as I said, that bit's an overlap, so let's get rid of this little fella here, because then it becomes easy. So for a cuboid, you should have 6 faces, shouldn't you? Okay, so we've got the 6 faces here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can build it up into a net, from a net to a shape like that. Now, if what I'm trying to do is work out the surface area, the previous video showed you a way of doing it, which is great, and it works really well when you've got something like a cuboid here. But if the shape was more awkward than that, then you'd be more challenged to do it. So is there another way of doing it? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it using the net. So what I'm going to do, and you can do this at home of course, is I've got my prism, I've undone it to get the net shape, and I'm just going to highlight, let's do it on this side. I'm just going to highlight that there, because that length there is important. And I'm also going to highlight this length down here, because that's important. So I'm highlighting those 2 lengths. Now watch that light green. If you see that light green, can you see that that light green is actually the perimeter of this cross-sectional area? So that light green is actually the perimeter of it all. So what I can do is, if I expand it out, then all I need to do, if I can work out what that length is there, times it by that, I've done these 4 straight away. And then all I need to do is work out the area of that, and because it's the same as that, because it's a prism, I double it. And that's how you do this. Really straightforward. Let me show you. Let's get a nice colour, this blue here. Let's draw out this little cuboid. So there we go. And let's put some dimensions in this one. So what colour should we have? Okay, let's go for this colour here. This is called a green-grey. Let's call that 3, and let's call that 2, and let's call that 10, because that makes it nice and simple, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the net of this. And remember what it looks like? I had that long bit, and I had 4 of these, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I had the 2 cross-sectional areas there. So in order to do what I said, that light green, which is this area around here, what I had to do is I had to work out the perimeter of this cross-sectional area. Okay, this is my cross-sectional area, and I had to work out the perimeter of that. So I wonder if you can work out what that perimeter is. You know it's 2 and 3, 2 and 3, which means adds to 10 overall. So we know that that length there is 10. We also know that that width there is also 10. That's easy. So this total area here is going to be 10 times 10, 100. Let's call this centimetres. Let's call these centimetres. So I know that the surface area of the sort of what I'd call a drum is 100 centimetres squared. Now I just need to work out these 2, which is this area here. That's 2 times 3. And of course I've got 2 of those, so double that. So 2 times 3 is 6, times 2 is 12. So now I just have to add these ones together, and I get the total surface area of this cuboid, which I think is a really quick way of doing it. And that's how you do the surface area using nets. The next example I'm going to show is going to be an irregular shape. Watch that video if you want.